A very good morning to all of you. It's very good afternoon over here at my place in India. Over there, it's a very good morning to all of you. So I'm going to give a
Full screen.
presentation along with my co-author, Ms. Hansika, and the topic is the gender discrimination from the appearance of elegance physiognomies on hypothenar area of lateral palm prints in the population of National Capital Region of India.
Sorry,
Uh,
can you make it full screen, your presentation, so that
Yeah,
we...
sure. I can, sir. Just yeah. Is it visible, sir? Just one second. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, yes, go
Uh,
ahead.
Thank you. Yeah. So first of all, this study was conducted to discriminate the gender based on the appearance of the elegance physiognomies of hypothenar area. Hypothenar area is the lower part of the palm print. This study was conducted whether there to find out the similarity between the fingerprint and the palm print, whether there is any similarity. Do we have the similar class and individual characteristics of the fingerprint and the palm print over the palmar surface or not? Is it possible to identify the gender based on the elegance of the physiognomies uh, present on the lateral palm print? So, as we have the latest technologies and we are advanced, so it has become possible to identify an individual by concern by the physiological essence and other features, which ought to set an ubiquitous identity and are usually considered a potential technique. Although so many things are left unsolved, is so the forensic experts they are trying to do their best in this direction. Forensic science it helps us to understand the actual value of the evidence, their relationship with the victim, suspect, or the perpetrator to prove their authenticity. Whether there was any kind of involvement between the victim, the accused, the perpetrator, or the crime scene. So, when the advanced technology has taken over the traditional method, yet we rely over the manual examination process in some aspects of forensic science, such as the fingerprints and the question document examination. In fingerprint examination, basically it deals with the first level details, second level details, and the third level details. In first level and second level details, we deals with the individual and class characteristics of fingerprints. In second level of details, we deal with the edges, while in third level details, basically we deals with the poroscopy and agioscopy of fingerprints. In question document examination, yes, the forensic expert they have done so far means the forensic experts they are using the latest technology. They can identify the age of the ink, they can identify the age of the paper, they can discriminate between the papers, the different ink, the pen, their diameter. So obviously they are doing very good. So palm print basically it is known as an emerging inferential mean of the identification with higher confidence and has been used as a non-erroring identity for exclusion of defendant. It has been stated by few academicians and researchers that approximately 30% of the reposition from the scene of a crime belongs to the palm print. Now, the palm prints, these are recovered in various forms, such as it may be the latent, it may be patent, the partial, or the smudged form of the palm print. Due to the enormous, shallow, and abundance of the characteristics reposed to noise and very high in the nature, means specifically individual, so it provides the high possibility of occurrence on the object, which comes in the contact of hand. See, in our day-to-day life, whatever do we do, that includes the involvement of our palmar surface, the palm. If in case we are writing over a piece of paper, in that case, simply we hold the pen in between of two fingers, but the lower part of the palm, it facilitates the movement, it support our movement over the piece of paper or the writing surface. So in those cases, it is considered that the lower palm print will also leave its impression over the surface, writing surface. If in case anyone is drawing, so whenever they hold or they hold the brush in their hand, so it is considered that obviously while they are painting, so lower part of the palm will come in a contact of the painting surface. So unknowingly, the author or the particular person, whoever is painting, whoever is writing over the surface, obviously they will leave the impression on the cell that will remain present in various form of impression. So it depends how actually do the scientists they will enhance the quality of it, how will they develop or intensify the fingerprints. By this time, several researchers and academicians they have conducted so many research and they have carried out over the fingerprints that help to identify the gender. It helped to identify the age of the particular person, or it helped to identify the particular person whoever was involved in the particular crime. So, by putting all these aspects in mind, this study was conducted. This study was basically conducted to observe the occurrence of class characteristics in palm print, especially the lower part of the palm, means the hypothalamus area, which are mostly connected to the objects. This study was further carried out to determine the actual implementation of the resist details over the surface. Means in how many cases, what will be the percentage that the palm print will occur over the any object. So in this study, if any kind of similarity was there in between the races, male and female, that was also studied. It was observed that the thumb impression, little finger impression for both of the genders, the male and female, it represents the significant difference between the presence over any surface. Means based on the risk counting or the risk density, we can identify whether it belongs to a male or it belongs to a female. As per the result and whatever we will discuss in the end, my co-author Ms. Hansika, she will discuss it with you. It has been found that the female they have higher number of risk count in comparison of male. This study was basically conducted over a specific age group of in between 18 to 35. So already I have mentioned that the risk details will prove the significant difference between the male and female, especially in both of the fingers, the thumb and little fingers of the genders. It also can provide an idea about the gender that which it may be implemented over the object. Since now methodology, Ms. Hansika, she will give this presentation. Ms. Hansika, over to you. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please continue.
Good morning, everyone. So now we'll be talking about methodology. For this study, we took 116 samples, which included the samples from males as well as females, and they were basically collected from Delhi and National Capital Region of India. So all these samples were selected randomly from between the age group of 18 to 35 years. All the people were informed about why we were correcting the samples, and a verbal consent was taken from them before sampling. The subjects were having all the subjects who had any injury or any cut marks present on their palmar area, those people were excluded from taking the samples. All the subjects were asked to wash and clean their hands so that when we are sampling, no dust and other ingredients are put there on the sample. Next slide, please. Now coming to the methods, uh, all the subjects were asked to wash their hands and then dry them properly so that there's no deposition of moisture and dust. After they had dried their hands and everything was done, the fingerprinting black ink was applied over the palmar surface on both the hands by the use of a cotton. And then the subjects were asked to put their hands over the A4 size sheet so as we could get the sample. All the samples were then preserved in the room temperature inside the white paper envelope to avoid the destruction from the atmospheric dirt and moisture. In most cases, when the samples are not preserved properly, they get contaminated and the actual sample state gets deteriorated. Now, coming to the methods, for the determination of class characteristics and individual characteristics, the hypothenar area of the palmar surface was focused. Small dots were not counted in the observations, while the other individual characteristics such as forks, lakes, and other characteristics, they were counted as two ridges. Now, considering the gender discrimination part, we were considering each square 9 mm square area for the palm prints, lower palm prints. All the ridges, they were counted from one edge to the diagonally adverse edge. Next slide, please. This is an image of a palm print wherein we are trying to observe and identify characteristics like ridges, bifurcations, and different other hand characteristics. During the examination and analysis of these samples, there were different lenses which were used, which were 5x magnification and 10x magnification. And all these photographs for the samples were taken using a Samsung Galaxy J7 phone, which had a 13 megapixels camera. All the calculations which were done for this were done by using advanced technological methods such as Microsoft Office Excel, and the comparison of the means for both of the hands and gender discrimination was executed using two-tailed fashion t-test as embedded in SPSS version. We examined the results for both the females and males together using these technologies. Now coming to the discussions and results. So in the hypothenar area, that is the lower part of the palm, all the ridges enter from the main principal line and exit toward the ulnar side of the palm, either by bifurcating at the end of the ridge or ending in the wrinkle form. But each and every exit from an individual essence or they form an identity, basically saying that each and every individual is different. So each and every characteristic in an individual's palm print is different. So in such type of essence is studied properly, the principal lines at the lower part of the hypothenar area and between the interdigital pad are which are present, they have a very significant value. This is either, they can either be measured or by the ridge counting method, or we can then directly measure them by comparing them to the specimens we have initially collected. Now this table shows the total percentage of palm prints and specific characteristics which were observed in the samples we had collected, like loops, arches, and whorls. For males, the characteristics of loop were percentage were 52%, whereas for females they were 50%. Arch characteristics were found to be 28.81% for males, whereas for females they were 19.29%. In whorls, the characteristics were 18.64% for males, whereas for females it was 12.28%. This is a bar graph which shows the different characteristics, individual features like arches, loops, and whorls in males and females, orange depicting the males and yellow depicting the females. This is a general table of all the characteristics, the individual syngonies of male and females. The ridges, bifurcation, enclosure, bridges, all these are mentioned, and we have taken out, somehow calculated the percentage of these characteristics present in different males and females samples. For example, ridges, the ridges were present in males for approximately 13%, whereas 14.71% was found in females. Same for dot, it was present for 1.05% for males, whereas for females it was 1.05%, which is equal almost. In the same way, the other percentages were calculated. All these obtained percentages of the data, they represent the occurrence of individual characteristics in the palmar surface of an individual. So as the result, it was noticed that the bifurcation percentage is quite higher in palmar surface, along with short ridges and trifurcation for both the genders, males and females. Now, numerous studies have been carried out so far for the gender discrimination from the ridge counting. The mean values of the ridge count for both genders are given in the next table. We had carried out this experiment measuring the 9 mm square area in the lateral palm print. So we have taken two age groups, that is 18 to 25 years and the other one being 26 to 35 years. Overall, we noticed that considering the males, it was the ridge count was approximately ranging from 7 to 8, whereas in females, it was ranging from 8 to 9. Ridge counting was performed for both the genders, and the observation was that the male ridges were approximately 8 ridges per 9 square, while in case of females, the ridges were 9 ridges per 9 square. This represents that there is a high significant difference between the mean values of the ridges for both males and females. The significance level of the study was examined, wherein we got to know that the p-value is lesser than 0.01. The obtained results were highly significant for the purpose of gender discrimination. Significant levels are given below. Now, this table shows the p-value and t-value of the obtained results for the age groups of 18 to 35 years for males and females, wherein the total p-value ranges less than 0.01%, 0.01. Coming to the conclusion, since the palm print is emerging in the field of biometric and in an investigation as an evidence uh, in the field overlooked at the scene of occurrence, question documents, and other aspects. When the samples were carefully evaluated, we found out that the occurrence of these individual characteristics, they tell us about bifurcations, ridge endings, short ridges, and dots. Implementation of such type of prints on documents and other surfaces can contribute in identity of suspects, and they will make it easy for us to identify the exact positioning and location of these prints. Also, in cases where we are dealing with wills, notes, suicidal letters, etc., these prints are of major value, and they can impart a very different significance in the decision-making processes. Here are some references. Thank you.